What is up, everybody? This is episode 178 of the Daily Vlog Live. What is going on? My name is Anthony. Of course, this is the VR Game Rankings YouTube channel, and this is where we do a daily live stream. We do this, of course, every day at around 11 a.m.-ish Pacific time, and I actually started this almost exactly at 11 a.m. So we are live. We are in the building. No one's in chat quite yet. And what we're looking at on the video screen here is what I call Rift Tat Guy. This is the Rift Tat Guy. And he's like, whoa, whoa. And he's got his little tats going on. Rift Tat Guy in the building. Lance Mick Wilson is checking in. What is up, Lance? Fluke in the building, J King, Noah checking in. Not sure if there's any Magic Leap news to cover, but Noah's in the building as well. We were hoping for some information to get. We were hoping for some information today about StarVR from SIGGRAPH 2018. This is August 14th, right? This is Tuesday, August 14th. Speaking of that, I should probably throw on my intro trailer. Every once in a while, I make one of these intro trailers, don't even use it. Yeah, VR Game Rankings, baby. Daily Vlog Live, episode 178, Tuesday, August 14th. That is the situation. Yeah, we are up to episode 178 now. Supersonic Station in the building. Oh my God. That Alien Isolation VR mod, I'm hooked. That's what Supersonic Station is talking about. He probably grabbed Alien Isolation yesterday for a mere $7.19, although I think he might be in England, so obviously he had to pay pounds and all of that. Supersonic Station, my question for you, did you get the base game? Or did you get all of the DLC and everything? There is some cool DLC. There actually is, but I went ahead and passed on that. Crunchy is in the building. What is up? Billy Rose. Sup, Anthony? First time I'm checking you live. Awesome. Always good to have somebody new in the chat stream. That is always awesome. And we have Noel DBZ2. He is in the building as well. Kevgret. So we got a number of people in chat right about now. Okay, let's see here. As far as news goes, or like breaking news, breaking trailers and stuff, well, you know what? Why don't I go ahead and throw on this little Nvidia montage that I put together. It's just a couple of little Nvidia trailers.
Please welcome Nvidia founder and CEO, Jensen Huang.
We have so much to talk about today. We have a lot of new products to show you. We're going to talk about amazing graphics. We're going to talk about amazing science, amazing AI, and amazing robots. So let's get going. Computer graphics is the driving force of the GPU. It is computationally insatiable. Recreating virtual reality is one of the most daunting computing tasks we know. And yet, on the other hand, it is an enormous industry. We want to visualize information, visualize experiences in all kinds of markets.
So yeah, this is Nvidia, and Nvidia is in the news today. Let me go ahead and actually bounce over to where the news is. They're talking a little bit about this. Now, this is not the cards that me and you are interested in. These are not the consumer cards. But apparently, Nvidia has teased their Geforce RTX 2080 graphics cards, and let's see here, I'm looking at this, and so yeah, basically Nvidia has pretty much told us what their flagship generation, the Geforce RTX 2080, they have a couple of these new different cards that are coming. Some of these cards are like $10,000, $6,000, $2,000. They're not really meant for end-level consumers, but we are hearing about this. This is the new information that is popping out. New graphics cards announced with the Turing graphics technology, top of the line cards. We're talking $10,000. Let me get the breakdown here of looking at the information. Okay, so Nvidia said that this Turing based cards can render graphics 6 times faster than their Pascal based chipsets, and they plan to offer 3 new graphics cards based on it in the 4th quarter of this year: the Quadro RTX 8000, the Quadro RTX 6000, and the RTX 5000. Now, the 8000 is going to have 48 gigs of memory with an estimated street price of $10,000. The RTX 6000, 24 gigs of memory with a street price of around $6,300, and the RTX 5000, 16 gigs of memory, about $2,300. Now again, this is not the consumer level graphics cards that we're interested in. However, there is some interesting information here because Raymond James analyst Chris Casso, he has an outperform rating on Nvidia, and let me tell you guys, if you bought Nvidia stock like 7 or 8 years ago and you still have it right now, you are absolutely chilling because Nvidia stock has been on a ride like none other. But this analyst, Raymond James, he still has an outperform rating on it. And he said that details from Monday's unveiling provide some hints regarding the upcoming gaming launch, which we expect to launch later this month. So the actual gaming cards that we're really interested in. Let me turn down this trailer a little bit here again. But what they're talking about here is, this is what Casso had to say. This is Chris Casso, Raymond James analyst. He says, the most significant lateral from the workstation cards to the consumer cards is the massive die size for Turing. For reference, the Turing core launched last night is 60% larger than the comparable chip used in the Quadro P6000 workstation card. The gaming version of these chips won't necessarily be as large, but clearly the trend is towards larger chips, and chip pricing is generally proportional to size. As such, we think that at least the high-end version of the consumer Turing cards are likely to be launched at higher price points. So basically the bottom line here is expect ridiculous sticker shock later this month when we find out about the actual consumer level graphics cards. So it is going to be pricey. These things are going to be huge as well. I mean, think about how big these cards are and actually fitting them into your computer cases. For example, if I bought a 1080 Ti right now, I don't know that I could even fit the damn thing inside my computer tower. Like, it would be a really tight squeeze. These cards are getting bigger and bigger, and they might get even bigger now that we have these new generations of cards. So anyway, let's go ahead and see what people are talking about in chat right now. Fluke Row, okay, let's see. What is this for rendering on? Did I miss any StarVR news? As far as I know, we haven't seen any StarVR news yet, so that could be coming a little bit later today. Don't know if it will happen live during our show. Charles Van Nolan is alive. He's in the building. And Crunchy says, I don't think we will hear about consumer cards till the 20th. Crunchy says, search your couches. Yeah, search your couches for nickels, dimes, and quarters, because all of it is going to help in a major way. If you want to buy one of these Nvidia cards, it does look like this is going to be a very expensive proposal. So that is the news. Again, this is not really consumer card based, but we always want to keep track of that because the consumer cards are very important and they are going to be a very big part of the deal here. Let's see. So what did I want to check now? Okay. Let me get back, bounce over to the Oculi subreddit, and let's see what they got going on over there. I've been super busy this morning with all kinds of stuff, so I was unable to really prepare for this show. Just grabbed a couple of minor things, and that's pretty much it. I'm not really seeing anything popping off over here on the Oculus subreddit. So, you know, what I could get into right now is I did play a relatively new VR game last night, and I played it for the first time, and I'll go ahead and throw the trailer on. It is a game that I believe releases today, and this game is called Vroom Kaboom. And let's go ahead and check out this trailer for a second. Ratloop Games in Canada is the guys bringing this game out. Vroom Kaboom. Let's check this out. All right, so that is Vroom Kaboom. Vroom Kaboom. And I believe, you know, this is on PSVR as well. I think this launched today for PSVR. I believe it's $19.99 for PSVR. I'm assuming the Steam version is $19.99 as well. We did get a free code for this. VR Roundtable did get a code for this. And I played this last night. And honestly, folks, I got to admit, I don't know what the hell this game is. I don't understand this game too well. Let me actually go. I'm going to go to, hold on one second here. I'm going to look up the Steam page for this because I'm going to read you guys the description of the game that they have on the Steam page. Let's see, Vroom Kaboom on Steam. Okay, so yeah, the price, well, they're saying it's free to play. Play Vroom Kaboom free to play. And then they say downloadable content is $18. What? Is this game free to play, really? Okay, because I was screwing around with, so I guess if it's free to play, you might as well try it out, right? Now here's their description of it. Vroom Kaboom is a brand new type of gameplay experience, a tower rush with vehicles. This game combines elements from collectible card games, tower defense, and multiplayer online battles. Build a deck of vehicles, deploy them into battle against other players online. It ends in destruction. And so I did try this last night, and I was pretty impressed. I had a lot of fun. I played this for a while, but trying to describe this game, I don't even know what to tell you guys. Basically, like, I couldn't really figure out what the hell was going on. I was pressing all these different buttons and I was doing all these different things, and I did not know what the heck I was doing, but I still had fun with it. But how do I actually describe this? Okay, so in this game, you can see all these vehicles that are driving around crazy. You got like cop cars, you got buses, you got big 18-wheelers, you got all kinds of cars like that, right? And so you'll have this car, you like grab it from your deck. Like you have all these cards, you grab it from your deck, then you place the car down on the ground, and then the car is driving along. But you don't have direct control of the car. Instead, what you do is you like click on the track and you kind of tell the car where to go. And there's these different little pickups that you'll see along the track, and so you pick up these little things, you go over these ramps, you jump up, you're doing all these things. But every once in a while, I would hit the button on this game. I would hit a certain button on this game, and it would be like, zzz, it would rewind you, and then it's like, where's my car? What happened to my car? And then it's like you're grabbing another car. So I guess you can have multiple cars that are out there at the same time. it was chaotic. I couldn't understand what I was doing. I didn't really understand the controls. Now, that's nothing bad about this game because I honestly didn't like take my time and read all the controls and everything. I went into a tutorial, was screwing around. I still played this thing for nearly an hour. I actually played this for an hour and I had fun with it. The visuals are pretty damn good. I was in this main Utah, like it looks like Utah, Arizona. Did not see that night area. I didn't see Drift City. I didn't see Soul Station. I saw Scoboro. And I was in this area, the Utah, Arizona looking area. I was driving around doing, jumping off platforms, trying to get these extra things, smashing into stuff. Kind of chaotic, didn't know what I was doing. It's also online as well, but I was just doing it single player, trying to figure it out. So I don't know what to tell you about this, but it's free to play. I would say try it. I thought it was kind of fun. We had people in the Vive subreddit, they were talking about this game, and they're saying, I can't believe there isn't a cockpit mode. This makes no sense. It's a VR game, but there's no cockpit mode. Well, what this is kind of like, it's almost like you have a little RC car. You know, you have like a little remote controlled car. So you have a third person view. You're kind of up above it and you control all these different cars. It's interesting. It's certainly different. It's definitely something I've never played before, but I need to play more to be able to talk about that. But let's go back to chat, see what they're talking about. Crunchy says StarVR is being demoed at SIGGRAPH right now. It started at 10:30, so we haven't heard any news come out of that. So maybe when that's over, we'll get all the news. Zeke says, vroom kabroom, free to play, have to pay for the premium. SAMIK81 says, tower defense destroy game with cars, question mark. Kev Gret says, it is free to play, but there is an error on the PSN store that labels the free version as demo. It's getting fixed now. Fluke says, without parole, said they should call the free version what it is, a large demo. Steven Sales says, sounds terrible. Steven, honestly, download this and check it out. I mean, it's a cool demo to check it out. It may sound terrible, but I had some fun with it. I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it was very confusing and I didn't understand what the hell I was doing, but I was still having fun and I played for nearly an hour. Kev Gret says, no way this is worth $20 for the premium version. It will be on sale for half of that in weeks. Steven Sales says, maybe $1.99, LOL. Roy Schwartz is checking in. He's probably still waiting for his incredible new PC system to be delivered. Jim Hall talking about the Nvidia cards. He says the Quadro RTX cards all have the new virtual link connector. Yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention. All the new cards have the virtual link connector. So we are beginning that era. You know, so we are moving on to the era of a virtual link. StarVR has Steam VR tracking. Oh my God, minds are blown. StarVR has Steam VR tracking. So you're telling me that StarVR is a Steam VR headset? Oh shit. Fluke Rogi says, very short clip. Go to the latest post on our Oculus of a guy with a StarVR headset on. Holy smokes, folks. We have breaking news. Breaking news. StarVR shocking the world. Okay, let me go to the Oculus subreddit. We'll see what's going on here. Let's see. I'm looking for StarVR. Let me look under new. I don't see it like posted right up at the top. Let's see new. SIGGRAPH. I see a SIGGRAPH thing. I'm not seeing like any. I'm not seeing the StarVR stuff. Not seeing anything on my. Oh wait, here it is. StarVR's 210 field of view versus 110 field of view by As the Wizard. Are you talking about this one? Yeah, we do. There are some little clips here. It's newly announced HMD is 210 degrees field of view. I think we kind of knew that. I don't know that that is new information. Yeah, I don't know if I can grab some of these videos here, because a lot of these videos, it's like these Twitter videos. Like, grabbing these videos are a little bit more complicated than some of the other videos to grab. Let me see if I can grab some of these videos. Hopefully this does not F up my stream, because sometimes okay, I'm trying to paste. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to try to download this video real quick and throw it up in there, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't crash anything here. Okay, I am going to put this. Sorry guys, breaking news. I'm trying to get this video up on here. Patience is a virtue. Okay, let's go ahead and grab this StarVR drama. Okay, so let's check out this video, see what, oops, wait. Check this video out, see what this guy is saying here.
110 degrees, yeah, it's like I can barely see my arms. And then vertical FOV is like way up here and down here. Switch.
Yeah, so that's all we're getting out of that video. So no real information there. Let's see. I'm going back to this tweet and see there was multiple videos on this. Now I can't find it. Okay, let's go back to the Oculus. Okay, yeah, StarVR. There's this video too. Research VR podcast. Trying to grab this video too, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really, we don't really have any clear information on this StarVR thing, other than somebody is saying that it is going to have Steam VR support. So I'm going to go ahead and wait on that until we have more locked in information. But if anybody has breaking information, go ahead and throw that in the chat. But we're not getting like real details quite yet. So like, is this a consumer product? How much is this? What is the deal going on? But let me go back over here to chat and see what people are saying. Terry Blanchard says, have to upgrade my lighthouses. Lethal Weasel VR fired up Hellblade for the first time last night. Holy crap, the voices are crazy. Yeah, the audio in that game is very good. Fluke Rogi has mentioned that. 2 versions of the StarVR headset. Apparently there is a 210 degree version and a 140 degree version. We're talking field of view for StarVR. Maybe one commercial and one consumer. That would kind of be a buzzkill though, if the 210 is not consumer, because doesn't that go head to head with like Pimax and a real competitor against Pimax? Paradise Decay says, but guys, VR is dead according to fake news sites, yet we are getting all this cool new VR tech. Crunchy says, can't hear it. I think you guys might be talking about this trailer. All this guy's talking about is just how wide it is.
210 degrees, yeah, it's like I can barely see my arms. And then vertical FOV is like,
yeah, so I mean, there's not much information going on this video here. You don't really need to hear the voices. Peter AS, what do you think about Vroom Kabroom? I think it's worth downloading and trying. That's what I think. But there needs to be maybe a better tutorial, because I had no freaking clue what the hell I was doing. Lethal Weasel VR says, I wish there was a tabletop mode quick toggle. I must have switched 30 times. Yeah, the tabletop is a super cool mode with Hellblade, because it looks like a Pixar cartoon, in my opinion. Steven Sales, how does the StarVR HMD connect to a graphics card? Well, it's probably going to be Virtual Link, right? You know, it's being timed with these new Nvidia cards, maybe. Yeah, they're talking about Vive wands. You do see Vive wands there. So the guy is using Vive. Is that why we're saying Steam VR tracking? Like, what if, are we absolute guaranteed that this is going to be a Steam VR product? Paradise Decay says it's got Steam on the background. Yeah, I see StarVR, I see Unity. Yeah, it does have a SteamVR logo. It does have a SteamVR logo. Oh my God. Terry Blanchard says, Nvidia will surely be a defibrillator for VR. Fluke Rogi, StarVR has integrated Tobii eye tracking. That is awesome. Foveated rendering and automatic IPD. Oh my goodness, this is really cool, because I've said it before that if you're shipping a new HMD in the year 2019, you gotta have eye tracking. We need to move on to the era of eye tracking so that you can see where pupils are going. It'll just enhance a lot of things in the VR experience. I think eye tracking is an absolute mandatory thing. And the only product I know that's currently available that has legitimate eye tracking is Magic Leap 1. Ewan Bain says StarVR website has been updated. They showed a slide of SteamVR 2. StarVR website, pull it up. Okay, I'm going to try an experiment, folks. I will try pulling up the StarVR website. But I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, so, okay, yeah, that's the OBS thing. Let's just type in StarVR. Is it just StarVR.com? Never done this, so this is a live experiment. StarVR. Let's see if this, okay, here's the StarVR website. So I am going to throw this over here. I'll move it down just a little bit here. But I don't know if it, now that's going to the video. Now I want this. I don't know if it allows me to like use my mouse. Made for visionaries. See, made for visionaries, does that sound like consumer to you? It kind of sounds like Magic Leap Creators Edition. Yeah, I don't know how do I actually like move around in this website while I'm in this browser. See, I haven't screwed around with this, folks. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and remove this just because I can't really do, I don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. But that is the StarVR website. I need to figure out how to, like, I don't know how to, like, move it around with my mouse to, like, browse it properly where you guys could see me browsing it. I could do a different kind of thing that would add it. But let me just go to StarVR's website myself and see if it has any other information there. Breaking news, StarVR made for visionaries. Okay, see, yeah, here I can like look at this whole thing. We got some pictures of the StarVR. It says 210 natural field of view, crystal clear images, proprietary AMOLED display, custom designed Fresnel lenses, so we are going to get those Fresnel grooves again, full RGB per pixel arrangement optimized for VR, power in every gaze, seamlessly integrated with Tobii eye tracking technology, auto IPD measurement and distortion adjustments, dynamic foveated rendering. Showcasing the future of enterprise and virtual reality. Showcasing the future of enterprise and virtual reality. Well, that was back on May 15th, 2017. That was some of their information there. It has partners, contact us. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. Products. StarVR 1. StarVR 1. So it's called StarVR 1. This looks like maybe the 140 degree one. And they do have a YouTube video for this, so I will grab this with 4K video downloader, and we will check this out in just a second. It's called StarVR 1. So hold on one second, peeps. We will get this into the building. Parsing video. Let me go back to where it had that. Okay, so we have StarVR 1, which looks like the 140 degree version. Natural field of view achieved. Now it's saying unparalleled 210 degree horizontal, 130 degree vertical. Every detail crystal clear. True colors in VR. Power in every gaze. But this looks way smaller than their other one. Just looking at these images here, it looks more like this would be the 140 degree one. Easy upgrade to premium VR. So yeah, lots of information breaking. Let's see, I have the trailer now, so let me go ahead and throw that in. Hold on a sec. We will grab this trailer. It's only 24 seconds, so the trailer doesn't show a hell of a lot. Whoops, resize this. Shit show 97. Okay, no volume on this trailer. So here is this StarVR thing. I have the volume like way the hell up, but there appears to be no volume on this trailer. But this is like a brand new trailer that they have linked to this website. So doesn't that look smaller? Is that the same size thing? It just looks weird here to me. It looks like this could be maybe the 140 degree version. StarVR. It looks like those could be Steam VR tracking, like you see on the outside of it. That could be, these little things right there, that could be Steam VR tracking 2.0. It uses Steam tracking, but no word we can buy it for home use. This looks narrower. Yeah, it does look narrower, but when I was reading the news about it, it says 100, or it said 210. It's called StarVR 1. Our two StarVR 1 models have built-in support for leading industry tracking solutions. StarVR 1 is out of the box ready for Steam VR tracking 2.0 and is ideal for easy setup in room scale environments. StarVR 1 XT features embedded active markers for compatibility with optical tracking systems for the most demanding use cases. It is further enhanced with ready-to-use plugins for a variety of tracking systems and provides the tools for implementing your custom needs. So what it sounds like is, it sounds like StarVR 1 XT is more arcade. You know, it's for arcade. Like you could use it with OptiTrack and stuff like that, where StarVR 1 regular edition has Steam VR tracking 2.0. So it supports Steam. The question is, can you buy it? Does it come with Steam 2.0 base stations? What are the controllers? Like really, what are the controllers? Because they can't use Vive wands. They have no relation to Vive. Interesting. Oh, here's specifications. 2 by 4.77 inch AMOLED, 16 million subpixels, 90 hertz, 210 degree field of view, 130 degree vertical field of view, fully integrated Tobii eye tracking. It recommends a Intel Core i7 7700, GTX 1080, 16 gigs of memory. That's the minimum. So this requires a GTX 1080 straight up minimum. If anybody sees any new trailers, any new YouTube videos related to StarVR, let me know in chat. StarVR 1, Magic Leap 1. Peter says it looks a bit cheap. Charles Van Nolan says, I'm sure Oculus is going to have a much more competitive tracking solution for version 2. Zeke says, now we need to know when Knuckles will launch. Yeah, I mean, is this going to use Knuckles? Like, what controllers is this going to use? Because as far as I know, they don't have their own special controller, do they? So I guess we're kind of waiting for some of this information. It does look small. Pimax has been clenching their cheeks since Kickstarter. Yeah, so that's StarVR. So I don't know, not a ton of information. Still a lot of breaking news as far as this goes. Probably other shoes are going to drop. Let's see if Upload VR is covering this yet. Okay, here we go. Upload VR has a story on it. StarVR 1, 90 FPS, Steam VR tracking 2.0 with nearly human FOV. Ian Hamilton is reporting on this, and he's saying the StarVR 1 HMD promises Steam VR 2.0 tracking, visuals running at 90 frames per second, so they were able to achieve 90 frames, eye tracking, and a field of view covering nearly 100% of natural human vision. The headset is being shown with a handful of experiences at SIGGRAPH this week, with plans to ship to buyers sometime in 2018. So this is shipping this year. No price is being revealed yet. StarVR 1 includes Tobii eye tracking, foveated rendering. The headset is said to weigh 450 grams without the head strap and 5.9 meter cable. Another version of the system, StarVR 1 XT, weighs a little less and features support for optical tracking solutions like those found in large-scale VR attractions. Yeah, so, I'm looking at a picture of StarVR 1 and StarVR 1 XT side by side, and I guess they're the same size thing. They're slightly different, but StarVR 1 appears to be a consumer product, and StarVR 1 XT appears to be a product for arcades, IMAX, that sort of thing. StarVR Corporation is a joint venture between PC manufacturer Acer and developer Starbreeze. So it appears we have a new consumer headset in the building. This is relatively shocking news. This does change the game a wee bit here because, man... So Pimax backers in chat, what do you guys think? Because it does look like this is legitimately a consumer product. This does look like a legitimate consumer product. That is pretty crazy. Okay, new video on YouTube called StarVR 1, but isn't that this video right here? Is it a 24-second video? I'll go to YouTube and see what I can find. Let me go to YouTube. I'll just do a StarVR search for today, and we'll see what pops up. StarVR. Okay, StarVR. And we'll just check for today. MRTV, Mixed Reality, Sebastian has a video up, streamed 22 hours ago. Yeah, the StarVR one, that's the same video that I have. It's 25 seconds. That's the same video. StarVR Corporation, I'm going to go to their videos. And that's all they have. Is this StarVR one, this one little video that's 25 seconds that I have playing right now. They have a video from 3 months ago that says StarVR brings PVRK Dubai to life. But that's all we have there. I'm going to try to see if there's any other. I'm not finding anything else. Let's check out and see what Road to VR is saying about all of this. Do they have it yet? Road to VR looks like they don't have anything on it yet. Okay, so anyway, that is StarVR. I imagine we're going to have continued breaking news on this as we move through this show today. So I will continue to take a look at chat to see what they're saying. I mean, obviously the big question here is we still would like to have official confirmation that this is a consumer product, although it very much appears to be that. It is a Steam VR product. We also really want to know what controllers come with it. It's Steam VR 2.0. That's what it said. So this is going to come with 2.0 base stations, unless the headset will just be completely sold separately, and you can buy base stations separately, and you can buy Knuckles separately. Guys, do you know that this headset is shipping this year in 2018? Do you guys know what that means? Knuckles confirmed 2018. Half-Life 3 confirmed 2018. Okay, maybe we're going a little bit overboard there, but honestly, what makes sense for the controllers to work with this? Knuckles makes perfect sense, doesn't it? This is launching in 2018, possibly with Knuckles, possibly one of the Steam VR games, one of the Valve games, one of the VR games that we've been promised, maybe Portal VR, coming this Christmas. Oh my God, this could be crazy. So this is super awesome. This is a game changer. Let's see, MameFan says Vive Pro 2.0 bundle is $1,200 at Micro Center. StarVR makes me want to wait. Yeah, so if the Vive Pro 2.0 bundle, if it's a deal at $1,200, what is this a deal at? This is going to be pretty freaking expensive. Noel DBZ says, I'm loving that field of view. Roy Schwartz is saying, PD better hurry. Let's see. Chebby says, yeah, same video. Yeah. Paradise Decay says, I need to send them my review request email. Ha ha ha. Yeah, he's trying to get a free one. Shit, wouldn't we all love to get a free one of these babies? Yeah, StarVR, bro. I'm covering your headset like right away. The second it's announced, I'm covering it. Please send me a new one. Jim Hall says, long way to go until Holy Grail, but a good step. Logan68 says, no point getting too excited till we see the price. And CJ says, until the next best thing, but I'll take it. So yeah, I mean, does this put pressure on Oculus at Oculus Connect 5 to maybe reveal CV2? Does this put any kind of pressure? Because this is Acer, and Acer knows what they're doing to a degree. I have a lot more faith in Acer than I do, say, Pimax. So it's a combination between Acer and Starbreeze. But then the other question is, well, what games are really going to work with this natively? Are they going to be able to convert all these regular games to work with this 210-degree field of view? And will it actually look a lot better? Like, will they be able to capture it in such a way where you can play Fallout 4 VR and it really seems like you're getting that extra view? Terry Blanchard says, this puts pressure on both Oculus and HTC. It's definitely going to put a bit of pressure on everybody. It puts an incredible amount of pressure on Pimax. CJ says that HMD looks fantastic. It's hard to tell in this little video here because this is a hammerhead shark, remember. Like, I can throw on that other video. Let me go back to that other video where the guy actually is using it. Go back here. There's this video here where this guy is using it, and he's talking about it. There's not much information here. I'll go ahead and pump up the volume for a second here.
110 degrees, yeah, it's like
But
I can barely see my arms. And then vertical FOV is like...
It's got 3 wires coming out of the top of it, and then it comes out to 1 wire. The one thing that they did change compared to the last StarVR video that we saw, remember, it had those red lights all over it. So that is SteamVR tracking now. No red lights. Instead, it has the SteamVR 2.0 sensors in there. 3 cables coming out of the top of it, and then it looks like it wraps around and goes into 1 cable. This guy's using Vive controllers right now to kind of see where his hands are. But we're really wondering, what is the controller going to be? Nick Daniels says, I don't think it's going to be the same price range than Vive and even Vive Pro, so it doesn't put pressure. Well, they want to sell them, though. They're going to want to sell these things. Paradise Decay sent an email to my VR Game Rankings email. I want one if the controllers are not junk. That's Kaylee Allen checking in. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty big news. It is really interesting. We'll have to see what happens here. Definitely exciting. If any more news does come in, definitely let me know in chat and we'll bounce over to that. I am refreshing Road to VR, just seeing if... So StarVR, they have a StarVR update as well. Let's see if they have any kind of new information added. StarVR revealed the StarVR 1 headset at SIGGRAPH 2018. SteamVR tracking 2.0, eye tracking, a slew of enhancements. We know about all of this. The 90 hertz refresh rate, which supports a tracking volume of 10 by 10 meters, 33 by 33 feet, using 4 base stations. A variation of the headset, StarVR 1 XT, has built-in active optical markers, which can support a variety of existing optical tracking systems through plugins. That sounds like it's meant for VR arcades. It has the Tobii eye tracking technology, which is awesome. Weighs 450 grams. Now that's interesting. How many grams is the Oculus Rift? How many grams is the HTC Vive Pro? It'd be interesting to have a comparison there. I don't know off the top of my head how many grams those other headsets are. It says most major VR headsets has moved away from soft head straps to semi-rigid head mounts for added comfort through better weight distribution and balancing. And that's kind of what we're seeing with this headset. It relies on a separate pair of headphones for audio. One of the things, though, I'm looking at the design of this, and how is your audio, like how is your headphones going to fit around this thing? That could be a slight issue. StarVR hasn't revealed pricing or availability just yet. Considering the headset's positioning toward commercial and enterprise sectors, we expect it to fall somewhere between $2,000 and $10,000. To power the StarVR 1, the company recommends a minimum of a GTX 1080 with the i7 7700 or Ryzen 7 2700X CPU and 16 megs of RAM. The company says the headset supports dual input VR SLI mode, ostensibly dedicating one GPU per eye. Yeah, I wonder, is this going to have the virtual link, though? That's the question. Will it have virtual link? Because that's the big, how do we get the full resolution of this? StarVR, new details from Anshel Sag Twitter feed. So I'll go ahead and take a look at this. We'll see if we can get some new details. So first impressions of the StarVR 1 headset are that field of view is awesome and the auto IPD is pretty quick and easy to use. The auto IPD, I'm kind of wondering about that. I like real IPD. I don't really like these fake IPDs. He's got a lot of pictures on his Twitter about, from the actual speech that they gave here. The StarVR speech. Made for visionaries. The made for visionaries thing, that does kind of rain on our parade slightly. We could be looking at like a $3,000 headset here. So that could be disappointing. Yeah, I'm weary of the auto IPD2. That's Charles Van Nolan. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I understand that with the Tobii eye tracking, it should be able to adjust for your IPD. Okay, both the Vive and Rift are 470 grams, so that's not too bad at all. So it's not really that huge. So it's very interesting. Obviously, we're extremely excited about this, but we have to wait on price. We have to know more about, is this really a consumer-facing product? Is it not? So I'm going to go ahead and bounce into a couple of other minor stories, and if there's any more breaking news, we'll definitely jump into that. Dead Effect 2 VR. I was just going to throw this trailer on real quick because I saw MameFan did a post. This is on sale right now. Of course, we got a lot of different sales that are going on, but Dead Effect 2 VR is on sale. Let me see if I can find that sale price. Should have probably logged that down. Dead Effect 2 VR. So it's $7.50, 70% off for Dead Effect 2 VR by Badfly Interactive. I could definitely recommend this for $7.50. It's very Doom BFG like, but with less jank, more colorful and up to date. I like it. It's not without its flaws. It has some problems here, but Dead Effect 2, $7.50, not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all to pick that game up, although there are a lot of sales going on. Okay, other minor, brief little news. Orbis VR. So apparently there is a lot of stuff that is going on with Orbis VR. It's going to be almost completely redesigned and all this stuff. Let me go back to the news story on Orbis VR. I know that was on the Vive subreddit. Orbis VR Reborn, a free expansion and full rework of the game featuring reimagined visuals, new world, detailed avatars and customization, improved combat, and much more. It is coming Q1 2019. Let me see if there's any other information here. Orbis VR dev here. I'm around if anyone has questions on the new expansion. We're super excited for it and have been working on it behind the scenes for a few months now. So if you go to their website, let's see, Orbis VR Reborn, they got a couple pictures of it. on their website here. Reimagined artwork and such. They got some GIFs showing it a little bit. So that's interesting. We'll see how much better that is. Some people complain about Orbis VR having some issues. It will be free for all existing owners of Orbis VR coming Q1 2019. It is the first expansion to Orbis VR. So that is in the news as well. And let me see if I had any other brief little minor news tidbits. So we got Orbis VR coming. The Wizards. I saw some story on the Wizards. I think it was in PSVR subreddit. So let me bounce over to PSVR subreddit, see what they were talking about over there. PlayStation VR version of the Wizards to debut at Gamescom. So this is in the news. So the Wizards could be coming to PSVR for PSVR players. That might be kind of cool. It will debut at Gamescom, so looking forward to that. So that was in the news. And there's a short commercial for Firewall 0 Hour now that might actually play on TV and what have you. And let me go ahead and bounce back to the Oculus subreddit. Yeah, Oculus subreddit, they're talking a lot about all the new Nvidia information coming out. Not much talk on StarVR 1 quite yet. As this StarVR 1, as more information comes out on this, I imagine everybody is going to be talking about this nonstop because of the fact that it does have SteamVR 2.0 tracking, because the implications of that are far-reaching. Because what does that mean for Knuckles? And then the prices and all of that, like consumer version or not. For Visionaries sounds like it's expensive. That sounds expensive. So that concerns me quite a bit. I just wanted to see if there were any other minor little news stories before I bounced out of here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I can talk a little bit more about Alien Isolation for a quick second before I bounce out of here. I did play more Alien Isolation last night, and I had my first encounter with the actual alien. I still have not seen an android, so you guys might know what part of the game I'm in. I'm at this part where I was kind of sneaking around, and there's these other humans, and they were looking for me, and they wanted to kill me. And I'm sneaking around and hiding, and then the alien makes his entrance, and he gets into this area where these other humans are, and the alien attacks these other humans and just rips them to shreds. And then I'm kind of hiding, and then the alien comes and gets me. I've been killed like 2 or 3 times now by the alien, and he comes in and just jacks me up. And it was scary. It was freaky the very first time I got killed by the alien. But I feel like now that I've been killed a couple times by the alien, I can play this game more. Like, it's not going to bother me quite as much having seen the alien and have it killed me. It's really big. Like, the alien is very large when you're in there with it. But I haven't really been in a situation, like, I haven't got the tracker yet. Like, I still haven't gotten to the point where I got my own tracker. Still haven't seen an android. So I'm still quite early in Alien Isolation, but it seems like I've played this game for at least 2 hours or something. So maybe it takes a while before you finally get the tracker and before you see the androids, because supposedly this is like a 20-hour game. But really liking it. I mean, every time I play it, I think, man, this is really kind of like a AAA experience to a degree, minus the fact that you don't have, your hands in there, which does suck a little bit. Jay King says, I couldn't get Alien Isolation to work on Windows Mixed Reality on Steam. Did you get the mod and you dropped it into the folder and all of that? Maybe there's something with Windows Mixed Reality that doesn't work quite right. And Supersonic Station says, that mod works better than Vorp X, in my opinion, for Alien Isolation. My only complaint is I can't read that small text in the game. Yeah, and it's weird when the monitors go zzz, and then the monitors get up on it. You don't know whether, like, do I back up from these monitors or what? Supersonic Station says they need to mod BioShock now. Fingers crossed. You know, it's funny. Speaking of BioShock, I actually got a bit of a BioShock vibe from this game, Alien Isolation. The one thing that Creative Assembly does in this game to great effect is environmental storytelling. Like, as you're walking around the Nostromo and you're walking everywhere, there's posters all over the place. And you can go and take a look at these posters, and they talk about, you know, there's like cigarette advertisements and coffee advertisements and just different advertisements for different things. And it's kind of telling a little bit of a story environmentally, which I think is pretty cool. This is part of the DLC where you see like the characters from the first movie. See, I didn't get the DLC, so I won't be seeing that part. But like all these hallways and stuff, they all look like that. They look very good. So I'm still playing some Alien Isolation. Very much AAA type of game in VR. So not bad whatsoever. An article on Zero Light website today about StarVR partnering with Porsche. That is Chevy checking in. So that does maybe signify that this is probably going to be very expensive. Jim Hall says StarVR subreddit has less than 150 subs. Not for long. Fluke says, I've never had a problem with the text, although haven't played the latest version of the mod. I mean, you can read the text. It's just, you know, it's just a little harsh on your eyes. And Fluke saying, oh man, now I'm thinking about Alien with a 210 degree field of view. I wonder if I need to have an Xbox controller hooked up to make it work. That could be part of your problem, because you do play this game with a regular controller. And the way I suggest playing it is standing up and, you know, stand up as you play. I think it adds more immersion. Paradise Decay says, I was playing Skyrim VR last night, found myself in a dark cave, heard some strange noises behind me, turned only to see zombie eyes launching towards me, scared me to death. Yeah, it's amazing how like Skyrim and Fallout 4 VR can turn into horror games at times. Like when the what do you call it? The feral zombies come running at you full speed. It almost turns into a horror game. In Skyrim too, with some of the monsters that you have to deal with. It says in the new Alien Isolation mod update, you can move back now away from the menu. Yeah, maybe that's why it didn't affect me as much, because you can kind of move back a little bit. Found out hiding in the air vents does not work with Alien. That is Logan68. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I got to bounce out of here. I know this show was kind of hectic today. We obviously got hammered with this late StarVR news that kind of happened midway through the show, so it kind of screwed things up a little bit. But you know what? Hopefully we'll get some more details. I will be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, and I'll be back with another episode, and we'll go ahead and get into that tomorrow. That's going to go ahead and do it for this show. So I will see everybody again tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hopefully lots more details on StarVR, and I'll see everybody then. So take it easy. Later.